With the 2023-2024 NFL season being over, it's time for the offseason where teams make trades, they sign players, they cut players, and in my opinion, most importantly, the draft, where this year is a really good year to have good picks with all the talent at the top of the board. Lots of talent even late in the draft. But yeah, this is going to be my first round mock draft before the combine because combine hasn't happened yet. There's probably gonna be like a lot of like players that jump off draft boards. Like for example, Jay Stanley from Southern Missouri could he's projected to be the 403rd best player in the class. He could become like the 30th best player, or even Paul. No, that I don't know how to pronounce that. J.B. Brown from UMass could be like the top 3 defensive tackle in this class. Who knows? A lot could happen, but this is based on like everyone right now, like today, February 21st, or maybe this comes out later today, or later another day, but I don't know. But as of February 21st, this is the rankings, I guess. This is probably pretty accurate. I don't know if each mock draft website has a different draft board, but I'm using NFL mock draft database for this one. But let's get right into it. Before we actually get into it, I do not watch college football, but I do know if players are good or not. Like I know Caleb Williams, of course, and then Marvin Harrison. I know like pretty much all of these players, except this guy. I've never heard of him. But yeah, pretty much everyone else I know about, and I think I don't know. I just know about them, and I only watch the national championship. But I don't watch college. But I know how some of these people play, and I know that I'm basing my mock draft off of mock drafts that I have seen, and also my previous knowledge of all these players. So yeah, I'll try not to be biased. I think that might be a good thing that I don't know about college because I won't be biased. I don't know if that even proves anything, but either way, let's get right into it. Let's start this draft. So, with the first pick, a lot of people are skeptical of what the Bears will do, and really it's only two things: either they take Caleb Williams or they take Marvin Harrison. And I've seen so many people say that Caleb Williams is going to be the person that they take here, and even with Justin Fields unfollowing the Bears on Twitter, I just don't think they take Caleb Williams. I mean, I don't know why they would. I mean, they're really have built their whole team around Justin Fields essentially, and for them to just throw it away is not good, especially when Justin Fields has been productive for them and not bad. So I think, I think that they probably take Marvin Harrison here. He's a great receiver, probably the best one in the class, or probably is the best one in this draft class, and they do need receiver. They have DJ Moore, but other than that, it doesn't really get much better. Darnell Mooney he's okay, but yeah, I think Marvin Harrison would be a really good pick here, giving Justin Fields some more weapons, someone to throw to, and this could really help them become a firepower offense, like a really good offense this next season, if this was what they do. I'm not saying Caleb Williams probably can't do that. I think Caleb Williams would also be an awesome pick here, but I just don't think that the Bears are going to move on from Justin Fields this quickly. With the second pick, it's probably going to not necessarily shake up the draft, but a lot of people just did not think that the Bears are going to take Marvin Harrison, which means that the Commanders are going to take Caleb Williams, who's probably the best quarterback in the draft class. I do have my concerns. He's kind of a diva. He kind of asks for a lot. I mean, I think at one point he asked for part ownership of the team that drafts him. That probably rolled over, though. I don't think anyone's going to give him that, and I think he finally understands that. But he's really good, and he just kind of doesn't really. He asks for too much, I guess. He's just kind of greedy. He kind of reminds me of Aaron Rodgers. He's really good, but he's a diva. Basically, that's basically what it is. But yeah, I don't. I think if Caleb Williams is available at the second pick, the Commanders will definitely try to snag him and not reunite two North Carolina quarterbacks, Drake May and Sam Howell. But yeah, I think Caleb Williams will be the right pick here. Maybe I could see them taking Drake May over him, but one, I don't think that'll happen, and two, I hope that doesn't happen because I don't want my Patriots drafting Caleb Williams. But speaking of the Patriots, I think they take Drake May with the third pick. I mean, it's either him or Jaden Daniels, and if Drake May falls, then I think they'll definitely try to take him here, and I think that would just be the smart choice. I mean, they need quarterback. Mac Jones is not it. He kind of sucks. I don't know what happened since his rookie year, but he kind of sucks. Bailey Zappi has shown flashes, but I don't know if he has what it takes to take an offense or take a team to the playoffs. And they don't really have anyone else. That's pretty much it, just them two. And I don't really think they are good enough to take the Patriots to the playoffs. I don't know if the Patriots will even make the playoffs this year, but getting Drake May would be a step further in the steps to take if you want to make the playoffs. Especially for a team like the Patriots, they need quarterback more than anything else, probably. And before we get to the Cardinals pick, if the Patriots take an offensive lineman, I am going to be a very sad boy because sure, we need offensive linemen, but if we take an offensive lineman with the first time that we've gotten like a top 5 pick since Tom Brady, it's just gonna be really sad because this is for the first time in my life my Patriots have like a top 5 pick, a top 3 pick, and for them to just take an offensive lineman would make me really sad because yeah, it just would make me really sad. Anyways, though, let's get back into the mock draft with the 4th pick. Now that Marvin Harrison is gone, there's a lot that could happen. They could take a defensive player, they could take an offensive lineman, but I think they'll just take the second best option at wide receiver in Malik Neighbors. I mean, Marquise Brown, I don't know if he's a free agent, but I'm pretty sure he's getting rumored to being or to like going to a different team. And even if he's not, receivers definitely need because it's Marquise Brown and Rondell Moore and then no one. And Marquise Brown and Rondell Moore. Rondell Moore is kind of mid, but Marquise Brown, he can be okay. He's pretty fast. And that's kind of it. I think he can catch the ball pretty well. I don't know if he's a good route runner or not. But I think a good selection here would be a wide receiver, whether it's Malik Neighbors or Marvin Harrison, because I would say that is a pretty big position to need for them. With the 5th pick, the Chargers could do a lot. I mean, I would say they probably don't take a wide receiver, that is. It's between Brock Bowers and Joe Alt, but I think they'll probably take Brock Bowers here. Because they need tight end. Gerald Everett, I mean, he's good, but he's not better than Brock Bowers. That's honestly a good conversation, but I don't think Gerald Everett's a better tight end than Brock Bowers, even though Brock Bowers is just a college tight end. But still, I think Brock is really good. That would be the right pick, I would say. I mean, either him or Joel, they would both be a good pick, but I think this Chargers team could be really scary next year if they get a tight end because Jim Harbaugh is there. Justin Herbert could literally take that next step. I think he'll honestly be an MVP candidate for the Chargers because I think Jim Harbaugh can really bring out the best in him. But Brock Bowers would be the right pick here because they need tight end, and he's one of the best tight ends or like tight end prospects in a while. I don't know if that's a stupid thing to say, but again, I don't watch college, so I don't know if that's a stupid thing to say. Okay, with the 6th pick, a lot of people are saying that they'll probably take Malik Neighbors, but now that he's off the board and Jaden Daniels is still here, I think they definitely take an opportunity to snag Jaden Daniels so a team later doesn't draft him. I mean, they definitely need quarterback. Tommy DeVito, he's shown flashes, but come on, guys, he's not him. He's not him. He might look like he's him. He might play like he's him, but sometimes he's definitely not him. And Jaden Daniels just won the Heisman. He's really good. A lot of people were mocking him to go to the Patriots, which honestly I would not be too mad about. He's a great guy. He's a great quarterback. I think he can really elevate the Giants' offense. But let's be real. Even if Malik Neighbors is not available, I can definitely see them taking Rome Odunze. I don't know if it's Odunze or Oduns. I'm just gonna say Odunze because that sounds cooler. Anyways, yeah, I think they'll definitely take Jaden Daniels because Daniel Jones isn't him or isn't good. Tommy DeVito is not good enough, and Tyrod Taylor is in his like mid-30s. So yeah, I think Jaden Daniels would definitely be the right pick here because they definitely need quarterback. Okay, with the 7th pick, the Titans. I really don't know. I mean, receiver makes a lot of sense. They have D Hop, who's in his early 30s, like 32, 33, maybe 34. They have They have Traylon Burks, who, let's just say, was not the right choice over AJ Brown, but I feel like it's not too late for him to become or to take that next step of becoming a star. But he hasn't really been great. He's just been pretty mid his whole career essentially, which has only been 2 years in his defense, but he's just been pretty mid. And then after that, I think they just have Nick Westbrook-Akine, and he's he's not he's not good, but he can get the job done. And then they have Chris Moore and Kyle Phillips, and I think Rome Odunze is really better than all of them, other than DeAndre Hopkins. So with the 7th pick, I think they definitely take Rome. I'm just gonna say Oduns actually. Rome Oduns with the 7th pick. Because yeah, they really need receiver. It's DeAndre Hopkins and then no one, and then even at tight end, Chig Okonkwo is pretty good, but he's not great. He's definitely good, but he's not great. But yeah, their receiving core god awful, absolutely sucks. Other than DeAndre Hopkins, and then yeah, I think this is just gonna be a rebuilding season for the Titans. I mean, they might lose Derrick Henry. Uh, DeAndre Hopkins is getting older, and everyone else kind of sucks. But yeah, I think Rome Oduns would be the right pick here because they really need offensive help, really need defensive help, really need everything. Not everything, but basically everything. But their special teams is good. They got a good kicker, a really good punter, and then that's it. But yeah, I think they'd probably try to build this team around Will Levis if they think that he was good enough in this first year. I think he was. I think they might start him for this next season, see if he can handle leading a team for a year or for a season. But yeah, I think Rome Odunze would be the right pick here. Okay, with the 8th pick, getting near the last picks of the top 10. But with the 8th pick, the Falcons, they could do a lot here, but yeah, I think they'll probably take Dallas Turner. He's a great edge, and their best edge is Grady Jarrett, and he's old. And they also have Calais Campbell, I'm pretty sure. He's old. And I don't even know who else they have. They have Arnold Ebiketie, but I think he's probably going to play linebacker for them. But yeah, I would say they definitely need an edge rusher. They need to get younger because their best defensive linemen are in their 30s. And Dallas Turner he's a rookie, he's young, and he's good too. So I wouldn't say this would be a bad pick. I think this would be honestly an awesome pick for them. I think this would be something that they probably try to do here. And with the 9th pick, we're going to go back-to-back edge rushers, Jared Verse, with this 9th pick. Because, yeah, the Bears, their defense, other than their secondary, kind of sucks. I know their linebackers are good. Yeah, there's just their defensive line is absolutely horrible. Their best defensive lineman is, I think it's, yeah, Montez Sweat, and then that's pretty much it. I think Jared Verse is a really good edge rusher, and I think he's probably enough for the Bears, because their defensive line is really bad. And they have Montez Sweat and then Justin Jones and then Yannick Ngakoue. And then I don't even know who else they have a defensive tackle, but their defensive line is not great. Montez Sweat is good, but other than that, there's not really anyone. Okay, with the 10th pick, I think the Jets probably try to take offensive line here, help out Aaron Rodgers so he doesn't tear his Achilles again. And this is definitely a great pick. I mean, Joe Alt, he's a really good offensive tackle, and he's falling this much. So I think they get lucky here and get Joe Alt because he's a great offensive tackle. Sorry, and they need offensive tackle. They have Mekhi Becton, who's been really injury prone. He's been okay, but really injury prone. And then I don't know who their other offensive tackle is, but I don't think they're good. They might be good. Probably forgetting about someone really good, but it's Mekhi Becton and someone. Vera Tucker is a right guard. I don't think it's Chumi Edoga. I think he's on the Falcons now. Their center. Hold on. Let me actually search this out real quick. Offensive tackles. We'll just go to their depth chart, I guess. Mekhi Becton. Carter Warren. Ah, yes. How could I forget? Carter Warren. Oh my god. I'm so disappointed in myself. Wow. But anyways, yeah. Who is Carter Warren? I don't know. And Mekhi Becton, really injury prone. So I think if they don't take an offensive tackle, I'll be really surprised with who else they would take. Because, yeah, they need offensive tackle pretty badly. Okay, with the Vikings here, their corners kind of suck. So I think they take Terrion Arnold. He's probably the best corner in this draft class. Kool-Aid McKinstry was near the top, but he's not here anymore because, I don't know, probably just wasn't playing great in college anymore. But yeah, his teammate, Terrion Arnold, will go to the Vikings. Or he won't go. He won't. It's not guaranteed, but I think he'll probably go to the Vikings because they need corner. If this draft goes exactly like how I'm saying it will, like how I'm mocking it to, then that's cool, I guess. And that means Terrion Arnold would go to the Vikings. That's because they need corner. They have Byron Murphy. They have some other young pieces, I'm pretty sure, that have been playing decent for them. But Terrion Arnold, he's a really good corner, and he would, I wouldn't say immediately fix their problems, but he would be a good step and a good player to help make their cornerback core really good. With the 12th pick, I think the fourth quarterback goes off the board. I think they take J.J. McCarthy out of Michigan. He declared for the draft. I didn't know he was going to declare for the draft, so he probably would not have been in this mock draft if I didn't know that. But then I would just randomly look at quarterback and I'm like, oh, I might have messed up. But anyways, I know now that he's eligible for the draft. But yeah, J.J. McCarthy, he's really good. Or he's pretty good. Went to Michigan. Jim Harbaugh, he's good. Just won the national championship. I think J.J. McCarthy is pretty good quarterback. They definitely need quarterback because Russell Wilson is not it. He's not as good as he was with the Seahawks. He was great with the Seahawks, but not so great with the Broncos, and that's sad, you know? But anyways, yeah, I think they probably take J.J. McCarthy. They really need quarterback. And other than him, they have Jarrett Stidham. I don't think he's a starter in this NFL, in this league. But yeah, I think J.J. McCarthy would be the right pick because they definitely do need quarterback, and he would be a good solution to their quarterback problems. Okay, I'm gonna try to speed this up because you guys probably don't want to watch 50 minutes of a mock draft from a 12-year-old. So I'll try to speed this up and shorten my explanations. With the 13th pick, though, the Raiders, other than Cole Miller, their offensive line kind of sucks. I think Olu Fashanu would help better that offensive line and that tackle group because they have Colton Miller and then I don't know who their other tackle is again. It's probably someone like Carter Warren. Let's find out. Raiders depth chart. Hold on. Don't mind my spelling. Oh, okay. Jermaine Illuminor. He hasn't been bad, but I think Olufashanu is probably. I don't know if he's better, but he's definitely a good solution, and he's definitely like he can sit behind Illuminor for a season. He's not a quarterback, so I don't know if that would really even help. But yeah, I think he would be a good pick here. Jerome. I don't know what his first name is. I forgot what it was, but Illuminor. He's getting older, but Olufashanu is young. I think he's 22 or something. But yeah, I think he would be the right pick. They need offensive tackle. They need offensive line, so they can even move him around if they think that he's capable of moving to guard. But yeah, I think Olufashanu is a really good pick here. Okay, with the Saints, the 14th pick, as of right now, they probably don't need edge that much, but Cam Jordan is getting older. Really all of their stars on defense, other than Marshawn Lattimore, you can say Paulson Debo's a star, getting older. Mario Davis is old, Tyrann Mathieu is old. If you think Marcus May is a star, he's old. Of course, Cameron Jordan's old. But Laiatu Latu would be a nice young player to throw into the mix, and he can play when Cameron Jordan retires, or he can just play immediately at the other edge spot, or maybe they start him over Cam Jordan. I really doubt that happens, but yeah, I think he's a really good player, Laiatu Latu, and that would be a good pick for the Saints. Okay, with the 15th pick, the Indianapolis Colts are on the clock. I don't really know what they need because they're a pretty decent team, but this website's saying that they should take a corner, so sure. Quinion Mitchell. I know he's pretty good. I'm kidding. Of course, I know who I'm going to take here, but yeah, Quinion Mitchell. He's a really good corner out of Toledo. They need corner. Kenny Moore is getting older, and then Julius Brents. He's a young good piece, but yeah, Kenny Moore's old, and Quinion Mitchell's a rookie, and of course he would be a good player because yeah, they need corner. Okay, Seattle. They've been doing a good job with their offensive line. They have Abraham Lucas and Charles Cross, but there's not really any good inside offensive linemen, at least to take this early. So I think what they're going to do, I doubt this happens, but they might take Talvez Fuega. Don't know how to say his name. I probably butchered it, but they'll probably take Fuega to maybe move him inside at guard because he's a bulldozer. He's a really good offensive lineman. I'm going to be real with you. Did not know this guy existed before a month ago, but apparently he's a bulldozer. He's a really good player, and I've seen like a few clips of him blocking, and he's big. He's a big boy, and he's a good offensive tackle. So yeah, I think they'd probably take him because they need offensive linemen. They can move him inside, or they can move one of their other offensive tackles inside. That being Abraham Lucas and Charles Cross. But yeah, I think that would be a good pick, just bettering their offensive line for Geno Smith or for whoever their quarterback is going to be in the future. Okay, here with Jacksonville, we're going to go with Nate Wiggins because, yeah, they need corner. They have Tyson Campbell, and I'm pretty sure there's no one else after that that's really that good. Well, there's probably someone that's good, but yeah, I think Nate Wiggins would be the right pick here because he's young. Darius Williams, I don't know if he's still on that team. I think he is, but he's kind of old. He's in his 30s, like 32 or 33. And Nate Wiggins is a young rookie, and he's also really good. So, yeah, I think they probably go with him there. With the 18th pick, the Bengals, their offensive line, ever since the Super Bowl that they were in, hasn't been great. They've definitely improved it year by year, but they probably still need a few more offensive linemen. Lael Collins they signed, he really did not play out all that much, and Pretty sure he's a free agent now. And then J.C. Latham could be their next offensive tackle. He's really good. He's went to Alabama, so he's automatically a W. And yeah, he's also good. So I think that would be a good pick. Yeah, for these offensive linemen, I probably won't have a great description because I can't really say much because one, I don't watch college, and two, they're offensive linemen. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's just that I don't know how to talk goodly about offensive linemen other than saying they block good and they're strong. But anyways, with the 19th pick, I think the Rams take one of my favorite players in this draft. Not because, well, because of how they played in college, but I'm not a bandwagon technically because I didn't know he was going to be good. But I like Cooper DeJean because I mean he's a white cornerback, and how many of those are in the league, you know? And he's also good at it. He's not just like a random white corner who's kind of mid, but he's actually good. I think he would be a good pick here. They need corner, I would say. Jalen Ramsey left, and other than that, uh, they have Akella Witherspoon, and they have someone else that's good, but I'm forgetting their name. I think I might be, but yeah, they need corner. I would say. I mean, the Rams they need corner. Cooper DeJean, he's a really good one too, and I think that would be the right pick here because they need corner, and he's good. He's a good corner. I think we go back-to-back corners here. Kool-Aid McKinstry to the Pittsburgh Steelers. They also need corner, and I think he would just be the right pick. I mean, he's also a really good corner. He kind of fell off. Was projected to be like a top five-ish pick, or at least a top five player in the draft before the college season. Of course, you can't expect it to stay in the exact same spot in the draft boards unless you're Caleb Williams because Caleb is really good. But yeah, I think Kool-Aid McKinstry, he would be a right pick. Kind of falling, I think it would be kind of like a gem. But the Steelers, I mean, they have Joey Porter, and then they have uh the other guy that I'm forgetting. I feel so stupid for forgetting about all these like important players. But don't mind my spelling again. Don't okay. Oh, okay, no, there's no. Oh, yeah, Patrick Peterson, but he's old. Levi Wallace is, I'm pretty sure, like 28 or 27. And Kool-Aid McKinstry's young, and he's also good. And that would add to their young core. I mean, Joey Porter and Kool-Aid McKinstry could be a really good duo. And they're also really like young, as I've already said. And it could make their team younger and their team better for the future. With the 21st pick, in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Amarius Mims, offensive tackle out of Georgia. Yeah, they need what? What? They need offensive tackle. Their offensive line is okay, but I mean, last year, the year of Tua's concussions and all, I would say they probably needed an offensive lineman because they don't want Tua taking hits like that. They don't want him getting concussions a lot. And this year, I'm pretty sure, yeah, they worked to improve it a little, but I still think that they could definitely take an offensive tackle, and they definitely need one too, I would say. So yeah, with the 22nd pick, I think they're gonna take who is the 22nd best player in the draft class, Brian Thomas. Went to LSU. Maybe he's Justin Jefferson. Maybe he's Jamar Chase. Don't know how I forgot about that. But anyways, the coincidence is Brian Thomas is the 22nd pick according to this mock draft, and so was Justin Jefferson, and they also both went to LSU. So coincidence? I think not. Actually, I think it is a coincidence. But anyways, yeah, I think Brian Thomas is a good pick. I mean, they already have AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, but they do not have a third receiver. You could say it's Quez Watkins. You could say it's Julio. You could say it's Olamide Zaccheaus. But I think Brian Thomas is like the right pick. I think he's really good. Can't believe I remembered Olamide Zaccheaus, but not Patrick Peterson. Wow. I'm the best. I know all the random players, but I just don't know that many. Or I know a lot of good players, but I just forget about them every now and then. But I know all the random players. Like off the top of my head, I can probably name like 3 long snappers. I got you. We got Joe Cardona, Cameron Cheeseman, and Ross Matichik. And I'll give you 4th, Morgan Cox. And I'll give you 5th, JJ Jansen. Okay, let's get back to the mock draft. Anyways, Texans, 23rd pick. They're going to help their defense. Their offense, I wouldn't say it's perfect, but it's definitely really good. CJ Stroud's an awesome quarterback. Tank Dell is an awesome quarterback. Or is an awesome wide receiver, sorry. But yeah, I think definitely do need um um a defensive lineman. Or I wouldn't say they definitely need one, but it would definitely help. I mean, they have. I'm pretty sure their defensive tackle is Malik Collins, but other than that, they have Will Anderson and someone else. But yeah, defensive tackle, or even just defensive lineman, Trelon Newton is a pretty good one. So yeah, with the 24th pick, the Cowboys, I think they'll probably. I don't know if they really need offensive linemen that much because they have Trey Smith, Tyron Smith, Zach Martin. I don't know if Connor. No, Connor is not there. It's Tyler Biadasz, and then I don't know who their left guard is. I feel stupid, but we're gonna take Jackson Powers Johnson. I mean, Tyler Biadasz is definitely a decent center, but I don't know who their left guard is. So that either means that I'm stupid for forgetting them, or they're not good. It's probably just forgetting them. And I'm stupid, but anyways. Yeah, I think Powers Johnson is a pretty good inside offensive lineman. Played with Bo Nix, if that means anything. But yeah, I think he's good. I think he would be a good pick for the Cowboys. Hey, the Packers. They're a very, very young team. The youngest team to win a playoff game, I'm pretty sure. It was either to win a playoff game or to make the playoffs. I think it was to win the playoff game. And they also did that against a really good team, and they put up an awesome fight against the uh, the 49ers. So I think they have a bright future. They can definitely be like a Super Bowl contender this next season or even the season after that. But I think to really maximize the amount of talent and the amount of production that Jordan Love get, he needs time to throw the ball. And you know what helps him have time to throw the ball? His offensive line. So I think they take Troy Fatanu. Don't know how to say his last name, so I'm just gonna call him Troy. Yeah, Troy's a really good offensive tackle. Went to Washington. He's really good. I think he would be an awesome pick. I would say they probably need offensive tackle too. And yeah, so with the 26th pick, the Buccaneers, they might lose Mike Evans. Chris Godwin is old, and if Mike Evans leaves, they have Chris Godwin and Trey Palmer. And Trey Palmer is cool, but I wouldn't say he's like a really good receiver. He's solid. He can do what you need him to do. But I think they'd probably take a receiver here, and I think that receiver is Keon Coleman. He's a real oops. Yeah, he's a really good wide receiver. Went to Florida State, played with Jordan Travis, but yeah, he is really good. Transferred from Michigan State this season, and honestly produced really well. He was really good. Um, he's an awesome receiver. And yeah, I think that would be a good pick for them. Yeah. So with this pick, I think the Cardinals take Byron Murphy, not the cornerback, but the defensive tackle because I would say they need defensive tackle. They have Lekai Fotu, and that's pretty much it. And then they have a bunch of mid linebackers other than Zayden Collins. I think he's okay. And then they have BJ Ojolari, and then that's pretty much it. So yeah, I think they definitely need defensive tackle because their best defensive tackle, I'm pretty sure, is Lekai Fotu, and he's not great. And Byron Murphy is pretty good, so I think that would be a good pick. With the 28th pick, the Buffalo Bills have the selection. Stephon Diggs didn't play great in the playoffs, and Gabe Davis was kind of hurt for basically all the playoffs. So I think they take a receiver, and they take Troy. I think his name was Troy. I kind of forgot. I clicked on it, but I don't remember. But I think they take Franklin here. Hold on, let me just make sure. Troy Franklin. What's this guy? Okay, it is this guy. Yeah, okay. I think they take Troy Franklin out of Oregon. He's a really good receiver, and they need receiver. I mean, Stephon Diggs, he's definitely good, but he might honestly leave. I don't know if he has the intent to leave, but I definitely see it happening. And he's not washed, but he hasn't been great. He hasn't been like I would say he's out of his prime. He definitely had a great season this year, but yeah, I don't know. I just don't know if that is someone that is in their long term plans, maybe next 1 or 2 years, sure, but yeah, I would say they need another receiver. And with the 29th pick, I think the Lions take Rakestraw here because they need corner. Their corners are good, or some of them are good, but I would say they definitely need corner. And Rakestraw would deliver for them, and I think he would be a good corner for them to take. Okay, with the 30th pick, I'm going to try to wrap this up fast. The Ravens, they think they take Adonai Mitchell because he just seems like he would be an awesome Raven. They need receiver. I mean, they have Zay Flowers. OBJ's getting old. I mean, he might be on an expiring contract, but I'm not sure. Rashad Bateman hasn't been great. He had like a few good games in like last season, not this season that just happened, but last season had a few good games. And then Devin Duvernay's he's return specialist. Yeah, he made the Pro Bowl as being a return specialist. But I don't know if he made the Pro Bowl. He might have, but I don't know. But anyways, yeah, he's a good kick returner, but he's an okay receiver. But I think Adonai Mitchell is a pure receiver. He's really good, and OBJ is getting old, and then it's just Zay Flowers. Other than that, and Adonai Mitchell and Zay Flowers could be a W duo. Who knows? With the 31st pick, I think Tyler Guyton goes to the 49ers. I mean, yeah, they need offensive linemen. And Tyler Guyton's a good offensive lineman. With the last pick in the first round, the Kansas City Chiefs. I really don't know. There's a lot of good players on the board. They definitely could use a receiver, but I don't know if they take any of these people in the first round. The thing is, though, I think their next second round pick is like late second round. So I think just to ensure that a receiver that they think is good doesn't fall off the board, they take Xavier Worthy at the 32nd pick. He's also a really good receiver. Went to the same or played with the Adonai Mitchell yet, but he's a really good receiver, and I think he would definitely help out the receiving core that is basically just Rashee Rice, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, that is my mock draft. A brief recap. Marvin Harrison goes 1, or just the important parts. Marvin Harrison goes 1. Caleb Williams goes 2, Drake May 3, Malik Neighbors 4, Brock Bowers 5, and Jan Daniels goes 6. Roma Dunze 7, Dallas Turner 8, Jared Verse 9, and Joe Alt 10. JJ McCarthy goes to the Broncos at 12. Olaf Vishanu is a Raider at 13. And Kool-Aid McKinstry goes 20. And the Super Bowl winners take Xavier Worthy. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I doubt any of you have made it this far, but if you have, you're a W. And I hope that if you're going through something, it gets better. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day or night, and I hope you get all A's on your report card if you made it this far. And I also hope you your dad or your mom or your whole family wins the lottery if you care. But anyways, I'll see y'all in the next one, which is probably going to be a pre-con or post-combine mock draft, or maybe some other video that I want to make. I don't know. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. You can watch my edits. I haven't really been working on any, but I am probably posting one soon. But anyways, I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.